Hi, my name is Julia. This is my Com 108 project, and today we're going to be talking about a poem by Rupi Kaur. And some people may know her, some people may not. And just to start off with, she's a more feministic writer who was born in India, now lives in Canada. Very successful writer, had her first book published at 21. She is an icon for many young women, especially aspiring writers and people who write poems. So, just so you know, a lot of her poems consist of more shorter, condensed, not very, very long. The poem I want to be talking about today is 13 words, and you may be wondering, how can I break down 13 words into a whole segment on what I'm going to be talking about? And you'll just see, and I feel like it has a very, very important message. Do not look for healing at the feet of those who broke you. And I think really looking at that is you just take a step back. Take a step back, think of every point in your life where you felt broken, upset, hurt, embarrassed. Sometimes we go back to that said person that did that to us. Maybe we did it to ourselves, but there's always been an occasion where somebody else did it to us. And somehow, we as a society think that going back to the person that did that to us is what the right thing is to do. Let's just look at it from this. A lot of people, let's say you're in a bad relationship, they go back to their ex, who they broke up with because they knew it wasn't good for their health, and they said they want validation for their own person. Or you have a boss that mistreats you, why? They go back to that boss to look for validation. And sometimes in situations you can't get out, but I feel like we need to take a step back and wonder, why do we seek validation from the people who want nothing from us, who will sit there and give us nothing but just emptiness, rather than seeking validation from those who care? And people, I think, kind of forget that people do look up to you. You can be someone's friend, somebody's teacher, somebody's mentor, somebody's sister, somebody's parent. That's who people seek validation from. Even though they may not think it, but being told, you're good enough, you're resilient, you're brave, I'm proud of you, they don't even look for it. But hearing those words is something that I feel like as a society we need to normalize. Normalize telling people, I'm proud of you. Normalize telling people that they're resilient. Or normalize praising people for battling their demons. As a society, we've learned to shame ourselves into not talking about these things we struggle with. Mental health is a very, very real thing, and people just think that ignoring these warning signs is fine, and that's how society goes. And I've lost many, many people to these demons of mental health, and I feel like just listening to people and telling them, it may not change their lives dramatically, but I can tell you, as somebody who has struggled with their mental health, somebody coming up to me and telling me I'm proud of you, or somebody coming up to me and saying, wow, that was really brave of you, or you're resilient, just reminds me that there's a reason for me to be here, and there's a reason for why you're here. And I think that reminding ourselves that looking for validation in the wrong places is sometimes the thing that we can't do to ourselves. We need to look for validation in the right places. And thank you for listening.